Hey, what's up guys, it's ElasticSpyder here, and in today's video we are looking at the Hsienyang. I believe I pronounced that correctly, and do apologize for my my really strange intro. Either way, we get to see some nice visuals of the ship here. I'm liking this bridge view, but in today's video we're looking at the Tier 8 Pan-Asian destroyer, the Hsienyang. In terms of my captain perks, I'm running preventative maintenance, last stand, survivability. Excuse you. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Can I continue? Thank you. Sorry about that. Preventative maintenance, last stand, survivability expert, and then concealment, and then I go back with torpedo expertise. And I actually, with this game, I actually was able to upgrade my captain to have 3 extra points, and then I'm going to put that into superintendent to get an extra smoke. Now I go into A here and I spot a farragut. Don't shoot though, I just spot him for my team. For my upgrades, I have main armors mod 1, and since I did play some rank this season and got pretty high, I was able to get a speed module, and then I've got accuracy, rudder shift actually, because I have speed boost, and then finally concealment expert. Now here you might be thinking, Spider, why did you just shoot torps at a destroyer? And if you look at the minimap, you can see this Otago right here, and well, when I see smoke and I see a cruiser that was last headed towards that smoke, I'm dumping torps 100% of the time. I don't care if it's a Pan-Asian destroyer or just a regular destroyer. I'm dumping those torpedoes. Now with that being said, sometimes you can catch destroyers off guard by shooting deep water torpedoes into smoke. Sometimes they'll panic and they'll actually come out of the smoke, and that's kind of what I was hoping the farragut would do. You know, I was obviously aiming for the Otago, but that was kind of a secondary objective I had, and I actually get 1 and 2 hits. Now, something that I didn't notice until about a minute later, about 45 seconds to a minute later, is that this Otago is actually flooding. You can see my damage counter is still going up. I don't know if he got spotted briefly, if someone shot at him and he got set on fire. I'm not exactly sure, but either way, he is flooding, and well, I'm getting damage for it. So this is good thus far. Now, this is my first game pretty much all weekend, so, and this is my first game of the day, and so I'm a bit rusty, I guess you could say, not thinking straight, doing some silly things. You'll see that later on in the replay. So like that, for example, sitting broadside to a cap with a destroyer in it, that's obviously something you shouldn't be doing. Next thing that I shouldn't be doing, as soon as this farragut starts shooting, right there, I should smoke up instantly. Boom. But instead I wait. I'm like, okay, it's just a farragut, I can take a little bit of damage, it's okay. He's not looking at me. And then as soon as he turns his guns, then I start smoking. And that's not good, because right now there's also a gasoline coming in from C that's shooting me, and now the farragut was shooting me, and between the two of them I had to put out 2 fires, and I've lost a near 5k damage. Now had I smoked earlier, well, that all could have been avoided, or at least most of it could have been avoided. Either way, I do kill the farragut, or someone else kills the farragut. I do get him low enough, and then we are going to be working on this gasoline here. Got my AA on just to try and shoot down this plane so I can hopefully torp, but as you'll see in about, well, right now, he gets deleted, so I don't need to use my torpedoes. So in this replay, I kind of wanted to harp on some things for you guys as destroyer players to get better at. And one of those things is not sitting broadside in smoke. Like you saw there, it didn't impact me in this particular case, but something you should get a habit of. Especially if you want to get good, you should, kind of follow these steps. So that's one thing. The second thing is, as soon as you get spotted, and if you, like, let's say you're an American or German or Pan Asian or even Japanese destroyers, if you want to take on a fight against another destroyer one-on-one, and you are waiting for him to shoot, so that you can smoke and then start pelting him, be sure to do that relatively quickly. You saw there that I waited for him to shoot. He shot. Instead of popping my smoke instantly, I waited a few extra seconds, and that ended up costing me 5k health. And you can see in hopefully a little bit that this will actually, it could actually cost me in the long run as well. So early on, 2 mistakes there, but we're going to be hopefully moving past that and taking on this New Mexico, who is at full health. And he does get spotted just in the nick of time, and so I'm going to fire one right where the indicator is, because he's slowing down. So I do expect him to speed up, and just because I'm not exactly sure what he's doing, because previously he's been a little bit questionable in terms of his movement, I decided to go with another widespread. Now, sometimes this is a good tactic because, especially if you're not sure where a battleship will go. So I put one where I think he's going to go, and then widespread just to cover a wider area. So if I get nice torpedoes off like that, the small tight set, then that's good. You know, I end up getting a lot of nice hits, but sometimes if you do 2 narrow sets, sometimes they just dodge them all together. So that's why the one widespread and then the one narrow can be actually quite effective, and I actually end up landing 3 torpedo hits, and this guy is almost dead. Now here, something that, again, to kind of improve your gameplay, if you're 6 kilometers away from a battleship and he's giving broadside, use AP. It doesn't matter what kind of destroyer you are, use AP. Of course, especially in situations like that where that battleship just took torpedoes and presumably just DCP'd, so I'm going to have 25 seconds before I can set a fire that sticks. So why not pelt him with AP? It'll kill him a little bit faster and you'll get more damage. So again, something to keep in mind. But that was a very good torpedo salvo, I would say, all in all. I do end up accidentally, I guess, smoking this turpets, and, well, yeah. Now, I'm going to move on because my smoke's out, and you can see that we've got 3 Tier 7 battleships pushing through the gap. Now, this is going to be my most crucial mistake yet. So, this initial push into B is perfectly okay. It's a bit risky because the Scharnhorst is quite close, but I can still, I've got my speed boost going, and so that's going to be okay. First torpedo salvo is right at them, and then the second one is a little bit to the left in case they want. See, I'm getting spotted here. In case they want to shoot me, they're going to turn left to expose all of my side, or their side, and then hopefully they'll be running into my torpedoes. Now, this is the most crucial mistake you can make, and I've been caught doing this quite a lot. I've caught myself doing it quite a lot after the match. So I see this Kiev, he gets spotted, and then I start pelting him. I get some nice torpedoes on the Scharnhorst, and then I think on the... No, I don't think I get any more torpedo hits. Now, the problem with this is I was getting spotted by that Scharnhorst initially. And then now, since I decided to wait, sit there and smoke instead of getting out, well, I've cost myself my life because now I'm detected. And, well, a hipper at 6.5 kilometers is not going to miss me all that often, and 3 battleships behind me they are not going to miss all that often, although I'm dodging it quite well here. They're still going to be shooting me, and you know, there's no escape. And even as a Pan-Asian destroyer, my smoke does recharge rather fast. It's still not going to save me in this situation because I still have another 20 seconds till it's down. So I'm doing a good job of minimizing the damage, having what 2, 4, presumably 8 ships 6 ships shooting at me. But that was a situation where, had I deployed smoke and ran around the island, or even gotten an angle like this, at least far enough from these battleships where I can still be alive and still be effective to be able to shoot torpedoes into these guys' side or harass this Kiev that was on someone low health that I could 1v1 take out. Instead, I make the mistake, get a little greedy, want to shoot my guns, want to set some fires on that Scharnhorst, but instead I pay the price. I hope this was kind of an informative replay, and hopefully it helps you guys a little bit, but let's go check out the post-battle results. Alright guys, so looking at the post-battle results, of course this weekend we did have an XP multiplier, so nearly 300k credits, which is nice, and 18,000 XP, and if you think about it, I could have had so much more damage in this game, and had much more of an impact for my team, and could have increased this result by, you know, certainly 5, 10, 15, 20, even sometimes 30, 40%, which directly does or can lead to a lot more XP gain, but still 18,000 XP and then 13,000 free XP is very nice. Got a first blood and devastating strike, which isn't too bad. 108,000 damage to finish off the battle. 7 torpedo hits, 1 plane shot down, which is something you don't always get to say in a destroyer, especially a Pan-Asian one. 1 ship killed, 4 floatings, 2 base defense, and 1 assisted base cap. So overall, not a bad game. Again, I died relatively early. The game was only, I believe, 10 minutes or so. We'll see that in the next slide. But I did manage to get 2,023 base XP, which, you know, for the game that I had was, I didn't expect. I expected a lot less, honestly. I expected around 1,400, but I did do a nice variety of damage to a variety of ships. But again, had I stayed alive longer, and that's the key in this game. In World of Warships, the longer you are alive, the longer you are able to make an impact for the team. And that's not, I'm not advocating sitting back and camping. I'm just saying playing smart and, you know, analyzing the situation and realizing when it's time to get out, when it's time to start kiting, retreating, and, you know, that sort of thing. So just playing smart in general. So you can see here, 20,000 high explosive damage, no AP usage. Could have used that on the battleships, but I was obviously dead. But 72,000 damage in torpedoes and then fires and flooding, nearly 17k. Potential damage at the end there, I gained almost 1 million potential damage fired my way, so that was quite nice. And you can see there, I only spent 9 minutes in battle, but the battle lasted for 15 minutes, and another 5 minutes. If I'm doing 9 minutes, I'm doing 110k damage. You know, just imagine what I could do in 5 extra minutes. So, you know, possibly we could have been looking at, you know, 150k had I stayed alive for the entirety of the game. But overall, it was a good game nonetheless. Credits and XP with premium, 150k credits. Not too bad for a tier 8. Of course, I don't have really any multipliers to help me out here, but that's neither here nor there. But now I do have some very, very nice modifiers. I've got a lot of these Type 59 camos, so I'm going to use them. 200% there, equals Speed Charlie London 50%, Hydro 50%, Red Dragon 100%, Daily Win bonus 100%, Clan bonus 3%, which is pretty nice. And then of course 27,000 Commander XP, which, like I said, I got Superintendent right after this battle. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you thought it was informative, please leave a like. If you thought you didn't like it at all and you thought it was crap, you know, leave a dislike and tell us why in the comment section down below. Otherwise, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.